Hey guys, Kirk here from AcidByte, and today I'm going to show you our VHS transition package. If you use the pre-built transitions that we have in this project, you can get outputs like this. So I'm going to start with my Premiere project that I'm actually editing in open already. And then in my Finder window, I'm going to navigate to my pre-built VHS transitions folder that I downloaded, that you guys have downloaded. And inside this folder, you're going to find another Premiere project. So what you want to do is drag that into the one that you're working on. When you do that, it's going to give you this dialog box, and what you need to make sure is that you have Import Entire Project selected. So we're going to hit OK on that. Now, once you have the Premiere project imported, you're going to get this folder. And inside this folder is everything that you need for these pre-built transitions. Folders number 1 through 8 are the actual transitions themselves, and these will have all these cool analog VHS and analog video scans that we've made from real footage. You're also going to find the scan lines and shadow mask PNGs, and the effects. The pre-built transitions are using these to sort of add an analog tube TV kind of look to your footage. And then finally, you're going to have this folder full of sound design. And these designs were made by Moritz Staub, who's one of the best sound designers in the industry and a really good friend of ours. So we're really lucky to have those. Now, let's get into how we actually use one of these transitions. I'm going to go up here and open one of these folders. And once you open up one of your pre-built transition folders, what you're going to find is a couple different sequences. But the only one that we really need to worry about here, guys, is the final result sequence. Now, make sure that you have this icon unchecked when you drag this sequence into your timeline, because otherwise it's going to come in as a nested sequence, and we want access to each of these individual layers. So on each of your pieces of footage, what we need to do is make a cut right along the edge of the nested sequence. So there's one for clip 1, and there's one for clip 2. Now I'm going to take this clip and I'm going to cut it from this timeline, and I'm going to paste it into this nested sequence. And just be sure that you're pasting it in here at the very start of the sequence. And I'm going to come back and do that with my second clip and paste that in right at the front. Okay, perfect. So now you can see, guys, we've got the transition working perfectly already. It's that easy. So you'll notice that once you paste your clip into one of these nested sequences, because they're duplicates of each other, it'll actually populate both of them, both of the corresponding sequences with the clip. So now we've got our transition. But let's say, for example, that you really like this transition number 7, and you want to apply that later in your same timeline. So what would that look like? I'm going to go and I'm going to find a different cut where I want to make my transition. I'm going to go and grab my number 7, pull it in here, but you're going to see right away that it's still using the old footage from the previous cut. And that's because we pasted those clips right into these nested sequences. So the solution for that is we're going to sort of rebuild the structure of this transition. So since we have these 2 nested sequences for each clip, we're going to do that ourselves. We're going to make cuts and duplicate each of our clips so that we create the exact same structure that we have in the nested sequences. And just so that you're aware as you're cutting these clips, if you've used any of your motion controls on these, like for example, you have 4K footage and you're working in an HD timeline and you've scaled the footage down by 50%, or anything really, you need to nest these sequences before you do what I'm about to show you next. So if you have to nest it, go ahead and do that, because what we're about to do is we're going to go into the effects controls of each of our nested clips, and we're going to copy and paste the motion and the wave warp from each of our nested sequences onto the corresponding clip. So I'm going to just do this real quick. Copy and paste. Copy and... Okay, guys. So now that you have all that information copied over, we're going to take our clips and we're going to replace the nested sequences. So now we've effectively rebuilt this transition using our own footage. And there you have it. Now we got it working perfectly. And I mean, it's really that easy, guys. You can reuse these pre-built transitions over and over again. We have a ton in here to choose from. You can mix and match the sound design to different transitions. You can combine them in creative ways. It's totally up to you. We're excited to see what you guys come up with. Thank you for downloading. Thank you for watching. See you guys next time.